Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another body care video. I really liked the last one. I really enjoyed it, and I told you guys that I was going to do some more. So look at my lighting. You see that? It's good energy. That means that good things are coming. The sun just stepped in and was like, girl, I got your back today. So I figured I'd do another one and mention a few different products that I didn't mention in the last video. If you're interested in body care videos with products that make you smell good and different tips and recommendations, stay tuned for this one. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Bree. You should consider subscribing if you like my content. I'm sure you will. For my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. I really appreciate the support on all of my videos. So now let's go ahead and get started with the body care favorites. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I have chronically ashy hands, and it's because I'm a chronic hand washer. Typically, like, I'll wash my hands while I'm in the kitchen and I'll use dish soap. And by the way, don't do that, okay? It says that you can wash your hands with that stuff, but it makes your hands very, very dry. So because I feel like it's very on brand for me to be washing my hands all the time, I felt like I should mention a new hand wash. The one that I'm talking about is by Method Body. Wow. Your girl Kyra put me on. This stuff smells good. And I know you're probably thinking like, a hand wash, sis? No, but for real, yes. My hands don't get crusty and dry and feel stripped after I use this stuff. And the scent that I have is vetiver and amber. Smells so good, very woodsy. It's got a nice woodsy note, and the smell lingers on your hands, which is really nice. Y'all hear that? Very, very, very nice packaging. We like that. I mean, look at that packaging. Y'all, you can find this at Target, and it looks great sitting in your bathroom. I had to mention a good hand wash because, you know, with things happening and people getting sick all around us, it's very important to wash your hands. And you know, you don't want to be a dirty hand bandit around here, so make sure you're washing your hands, okay? Just saying. In my last video, I didn't mention a body wash that I like to use or anything like that, but in this video, I found a new body wash, okay? I found a really good new one. I've been seeing this body wash all over TikTok. Y'all know TikTok run the world these days, okay? Like, it's literally all about TikTok. I use TikTok as a search engine at this point. Like, if I want to find something or get a quick snappy review, I'll go to TikTok. By the way, I probably should start making reviews over there. I have been seeing all the girls on TikTok ranting, raving about this body wash, so I had to check it out for myself. And the first time I saw it, I was in Kroger. They only had 2 scents at Kroger, and I was like, this is an abomination. Like, this stank. The second time I went to Target, and I was like, all of y'all stank. Until I came across the right one, Method Body. This right here, this is literally the only scent that I smelled that was like, it literally, when I smelled this, I felt like I had stepped into a cloud, a heavenly cloud that surrounded me with peace and quiet and softness and tranquility. I don't get quiet around here. I don't get peace. I don't get peace. I don't get quiet. Y'all hear that? A lot of chitter chatter around here. This fragrance immediately made me feel really calm. And that's what I need, okay? Because I'm telling y'all, after a long day around here, the dog barking, the child carrying on and falling out, I need a peaceful shower. This is the coconut rice milk, and it smells dreamy. This body wash smells so soft. It's got, like, you can smell it. It's strong enough where you can smell it, but it's not anything that's like slapping you in the face. If you want to take a really calm, peaceful shower and just like self-reflect but feel like you're still like getting nice and clean, this right here. And typically I'm a Dove girl. I usually use Dove body washes, and that's what I've been sticking to for years. And I have dabbled and tried a few different ones that I absolutely hated. This gives Dove a run for its money, okay? Because it lathers up really nicely, like a good lather, a generous lather at that. The lather is superb. Suds everywhere. You just feel like you're in a cloud when you use this, and I see what the girls are saying, but only about this one. That's it. The other ones, I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on with the fragrance recommendations going on around here lately on the internet, but I'm done, okay? I'm literally done getting recommendations from anybody about a fragrance. I can't because I've been let down way too many times. Moving on, I want to talk to you guys about a great body lotion. Okay, now this is the lotion for the OGs. I've strayed away from this lotion several times, but it was telling me, Brianna, bring your ass back. You know you dry without me. I feel like only real ones use this, okay? Because if you're using Caress, Jergens, ooh. The real ones know, okay? This is that back to middle school lotion. My mom used to buy this lotion all the time. She still does, by the way. And this is the lotion that I used because she couldn't have an ashy child. Look at me now, grown and ashy. My mom was not playing the caress games with me when I was growing up. And I always knew that my skin felt really nice. I've always gotten really good compliments about my skin feeling really soft. But I didn't realize, like, as I was getting older and trying new things, like the changes that I was seeing in my body because I wanted to try all these new things. No. I'm over here trying to figure out why my skin is cracking up and why I'm getting rashes, and it's because I needed to go back, okay? Nivea Essentially Enriched. So if you're ever wondering why your skin is getting ashy after maybe like 30 minutes of getting out of the shower, your lotion sucks. Your body cream sucks, okay? It claims it provides 48-hour moisture. I don't believe no 48-hour claims, okay? Foolishness. But what I will say is this stuff is creamy. Look at that. Y'all see how thick that is? It does the job and it leaves a nice little shine to your skin. After I apply this all over my body after my shower routine, that's when I add like my Sol de Janeiro creams. But first, anytime I get out of the shower, I always put my Nivea on because I have learned my lesson. I learned my little ashy lesson. Y'all see the sheen on my skin? Do y'all see that? Beautiful. Nice moisture. We love that. The next product that I'm showing you guys is one that I'm super excited about. I've been using this for about a month now, since my last body care video. I had a recommendation from one of you guys, Comfy Chic 365, on my last body care video, and I was talking about the Kayali deodorant. I also talked about native deodorant and how your girl was feeling stank. Not just feeling stank, like I actually was physically very, very stank and offensive to others around me because of that natural deodorant that betrayed me. Just see my last video if you want to see me rant about that. But one of my subscribers recommended that I try glycolic acid under my arms. So here's a little backstory. My skin is actually very, very, very sensitive, like my body. Not so much as I've gotten a little bit older, but as I was in my 20s, I want to say maybe like 24, 25-ish. I'm thinking that age. It was like this weird thing that happened with my skin all of a sudden. Suddenly I was allergic to laundry detergent. I was allergic to fragrance, certain lip glosses, certain lip products, certain lip liners. Everything was irritating my skin. I went to a dermatologist. They did a patch test on my skin, did the whole little thing where they scrape the skin off and test it. Supposedly, your girl has eczema. My skin has a history of being very sensitive. So I say all this to say that my underarms over the last all of my adult years, actually, as far as I can go back and remember, like my underarms have always been very, very irritated by deodorants. Like it's very hard for me to put on a deodorant and not feel like I want to scratch my underarms. So I've been on the hunt for a deodorant that's actually not going to irritate my skin. So when I get out of the shower, I've been using the ordinary glycolic acid, and this is 7% toning solution. Who would have knew? This is a toner and you use this typically on your face, and you can use it on body parts, but I would have never thought to put a toner or a glycolic acid under my arms. And y'all, I'm gonna show y'all my armpit because it's armpit, whatever. Like, I just want y'all to see. But typically, like right in this area under my arms, like I get very, very bumpy discoloration. I've been working hard, okay? I've been putting this stuff on probably more than I'm supposed to. So I did some research to actually look up exactly what I was putting on my skin because I really just went based on this recommendation and just tried it out, praying that it would work. Thank God it did. So basically it breaks down the bonds between dead skin cells, which helps to resurface the top layer of the skin. Who would've knew? I ain't know that. So if you use this over time, it'll help fade hyperpigmentation and bumpy skin texture. And y'all, over my head, didn't even know, but I'm here now. So the other great thing about this is that it lowers the pH of your skin on your underarms, so it doesn't provide a great environment for the bacteria that causes your underarms to stink. So pretty much it covers hyperpigmentation, it targets bumpy skin, and it doubles as a deodorant, y'all. Yeah, girl, you need that. This is one of those things that I wish I knew about earlier, and I'm willing to tell everybody about it. Thank you, girls, so much for recommending that. Get your hands on this. They have this everywhere. It's at Ulta, it's at Sephora, and I think it was only like $12, so get you a glycolic acid. Just be careful when you use it because some people with very sensitive skin should only use it like 2 to 3 times a week. So don't apply it every day. You're gonna have chemical burn. The next thing I'm gonna mention is not necessarily body care, but it's a setting spray because I had ran out of my setting spray and I picked up a new one recently. And something else that was getting a ton of hype, TikTok and everywhere else. Had to try it myself, and I must say, I feel like makeup recommendations on TikTok are a little bit better than fragrance recommendations. Fragrance stuff gets a little tricky, but the makeup stuff, they're on it. So I don't know why I'm this late to the Charlotte Tilbury party, but I'm here now, y'all. And this setting spray literally felt like my skin was being like locked into place. Everything was staying still, okay? The face was sitting in place, not moving, doing numbers where it is, where it stays, where it lays. And I'm just feeling great about it. This is the Airbrush Flawless Filter setting spray. So today, if anybody was wondering, yes, I sprayed this, and I'm also wearing the Beautiful Skin Foundation, and your girl's skin looks great. Everything's locked in place, no creasing just yet, and I feel like this really like helped my makeup to just stay where it needs to be, okay? It's not slipping and sliding. I just wanted to mention that because it's something that I picked up recently, and I already know that I love it. So the next thing that I'm gonna mention is actually a fragrance. I'm really trying to start adding new fragrances to my collection because I'm kind of just sick of the ones that I have. I'm the kind of person that gets really sick of fragrances after a while because I abuse them so much. Like when I get something and I like it, I'll use it and overuse it until the point it makes me sick. So I'm having a little bit of a turnover right now in my collection, and I'm ready to just scrap them all and replenish with new. So I had an Ulta gift card. I decided I wanted to use it on a fragrance. I had a really hard time finding a good fragrance in Ulta, but what I ended up settling on was Versace Noir. First of all, the packaging is beautiful. This is not a new product. This has been around for quite some time, and I love it. Besides the packaging being absolutely stunning, I do want to start off by saying that I don't think this fragrance is for everybody. So this fragrance is definitely more grown. I don't like to use the word mature for a fragrance, but it's definitely giving more grown. So anytime I'm picking a fragrance to wear, I'll usually pick my fragrance based on how I want to feel that day. I'll go for like a confident feeling, like a sexy feeling, warm feeling. But this fragrance right here, it makes me feel spicy, flirty, and fun. That's how I feel when I wear this. The first thing I smell when I smell it is like a gingery, spicy, maybe a little bit of coconut, definitely floral. Very nice, very nice. But it's not for everybody, okay? I'm not even gonna sit here and flex and make it seem like this is something that everybody should buy because I don't think everybody's gonna like this. I'll just quickly read off the notes in this fragrance. This is a floral fragrance, an oriental floral. The top notes are black currant, black fig, violet. Middle notes are tuberose, frangipani, and jasmine. And the base notes are sandalwood, cashmere, vanilla pod, and heliotropine. I don't even know if I said that right. But anyway, I pick up a lot of ginger, I pick up a lot of spice. But I've seen reviews that say it smells like shampoo, like a soapy smell. I kind of see what they're saying. It's definitely very fresh, out of the shower kind of smell. Love this. I would wear this year round. Now I want to get into some fragrances that y'all tried it. The first one that I'm going to mention is by Sol de Janeiro, and this is the Brazilian Crush 71. Y'all, there's a little bit of a dent in here, okay? Y'all see that? I tried for a couple of weeks, maybe months, to convince myself that this could work out for me, and I find that I do that a lot. Like when something has a lot of hype, I don't know what it is about me, like in my head I'm like, there has to be a legit reason why everybody likes this. Maybe it's something wrong with me. And I'm just done trying to force myself to like stuff. I'm really done with it. So at this point, all I have to say is that this smells like, it's giving popcorn. Like a lot of buttery popcorn from a movie theater. It's giving Regal Cinemas. That's what it's giving Regal. Yeah, Regal Cinemas, not even AMC, because this is, the more I think about popcorn when I smell this, the more I'm just kind of like, I know people around me were probably like, On here it says caramelized vanilla and macadamia. It just smells like butter. Very, very buttery. Very over the top, too much. Too much. Low-key smells like a Bath & Body Works candle, and I feel like Sol de Janeiro can do better than this. And they do have great fragrances. I mentioned 2 of them in my last video, but this one right here, this is a miss. And I blind bought this. I actually ordered this online without smelling it. For some reason, I just didn't even want to buy, I didn't want to go through the struggle of returning it, so I kind of forced myself to like it, and I don't think blind buying fragrances is for me because I have found myself in a struggle with blind buying fragrances twice now, because the next one I'm gonna show y'all is something that comes very highly recommended. Honestly, I really don't think blind buying should be a thing on the internet. Like, if somebody is selling a perfume, like Fenty by the way, that should have been in stores already. I would never know if I'm gonna like it because it's not in stores. I'm not buying it if I can't sniff it. I definitely have learned my lesson, because this product here is something that I just recently picked up, and I bought it because it was finally in stock after being sold out for I don't know how long. It's been sold out. And on top of it being in stock, it was actually in the store out here. So I was just like, you know what, let me just go ahead and buy it so I can secure it. There's a reason why there's so much hype. So the packaging on here is actually really, really pretty. I think this packaging it's beautiful. But I don't buy perfume based on packaging alone. Like, I want to get the full experience when I'm wearing my perfume. I want my perfume to last. I want it to project. I want it to linger. That's why I buy perfume. And especially at $85, yeah, you better project and you better last and be loud, okay? And that's what this perfume is missing. Nothing is wrong with this scent. Actually, the scent is actually quite beautiful. It's a very straightforward vanilla. Very, very straightforward, like just to the point. If you were thinking about like vanilla and what it smells like, it's vanilla with some brown sugar, woods, boom, that's it. And a little bit of amber. That's it, and that's all. It's very straightforward. It's a linear scent. It's not gonna take you on a journey. But the problem is, I feel like after I've worn this for about 2 hours, poof, gone with the wind. Literally, off my skin and gone with the wind. I'm not really understanding why it doesn't have lasting power. $85 tells me longevity, and this is giving me short term. I don't want to be too repetitive because in my last video I did mention this other scent, but this is the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods, and it actually smells quite similar to this one. So I was a little bit sad about that, because now I have 2 fragrances that smell way too similar. This one is a little bit sweeter, and it has like a little bit more of a fruity note in it, like a pear. So if you have this, you don't need this. And on top of that, this one lasts longer. If this Kayali one lasted longer, I'm telling you, it would have been an easy, like, okay, and you can layer it. I would have been swept off my feet. I'm just disappointed with the fact that there's so much hype around it, and not a lot of people tell you that this fragrance does not last very long on the skin. And vanilla is definitely like a crowd pleaser fragrance, but I will mention, y'all know my mother is quite dramatic. I wore this around her the other day and I sprayed it, y'all. I was spraying it. I definitely did a little overspray because I felt like it needed it, because like I said, the longevity it just simply wasn't there. I happened to, you know, come around my mom. You know what she did? Ugh. She coughed. She told me my perfume stinks. That's what she said. Listen, the woman told me I stink. So I just say that to say that, you know, this is not everybody's cup of tea. Some people just don't like vanilla, I guess, you know? And in Regina's case, vanilla is rancid. And between you and I, when I sprayed this on myself, like if I spray it on my neck and I get a little whiff of it, like while I'm spraying, I cough. I choke on it a little bit. I don't know what that is or why it makes me choke when I spray it. But I was never gonna tell my mother that. I mean, she coughed when I came around. Why would I tell her that? Seal the deal and make her feel like she's right about my fragrance? Never. So all in all, if anybody is looking to get Kayali Vanilla 28, just know the smell is definitely very nice. It gives more of like a warm, comfy vibe if you're gonna be in lounging around or you're cuddling up. That's what this is for. It's not gonna last you all day, all night. This one right here though, oh, this thing is gonna last you to the next day. This one is gonna last. Longevity is there, giving hours and hours and hours. I could wear this for hours, sit and spray you for hours. And that's gonna wrap up all the products in this video. That's just about everything that I can think of right now, and I'm pretty sure in a couple of weeks I'll have more products to mention. But for right now, these are the body care faves and a few flops. So that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, found some useful tips. I definitely check my comments for recommendations from you guys. If y'all have any recommendations for me or anybody else, leave them down below because we would love to share those things with one another. And if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You must kind of like me. So if you haven't subscribed, do that, okay? And I will see you guys in the next one. Now, which one do I want to wear? I'm going to my mom's house, so I probably should put this one on. Or Or maybe I should be a little brat and spray this one since she wants to cough and be dramatic. It does make me cough a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I do get a little choked up anytime I spray it. Woo! She ain't lie about that part.